All right, thank you very much. I'm so excited because I get to share today something you guys want and I love to talk about, and that's results. So today what we're going to do is, and I'm Roberta Eastman for anybody who doesn't know who I am. And Keith Goley is my business partner, and we are the founders of REI Wealth Academy. And there's other stuff about me, but you don't need to know that. We're going to talk about you. So real estate investors having results is really important, and that's kind of what we're known for, is getting the results. So I'm going to take you through having you build your customized real estate investing blueprint. And at the end of it, you'll have the results that you're looking to get, and you'll know how to get them. So we're going to use a people model framework. In this framework, I have used personally in my own life to transition every aspect of my life. I've used it to take business owners from $700,000 to $1 million businesses. I've used it to take clients who felt like they were stuck in a big gust of wind like a kite, and they stated that they put their feet on the ground and they're fully planted. Boy, when I got that testimonial, I thought that dude was a poet, and he just didn't even know it. Yeah. So here was his statement. You took me from being a kite stuck in a strong gust of wind to having my feet planted firmly on the ground. Wow. And I thought, wow, dude, you should be on stage. You're a poet. So anyway, but what's relevant here is the fact that you can use this same framework, 6 steps, to create the results that you want in your real estate investing business. And it's customized to you by you. So let's go ahead. Now, this is the people model that I was just talking about. And it truly is a business model that engages the real estate investor to build a better business. Now, the REI roadmap, the wealth roadmap, that's the map that Keith and I use in our business for our students through our Earn As You Learn program and our Core of Wealth program. And we don't have anything to sell you here. Everybody knows what we do over there. So this is talking about results today, and the results, some of the results that you want to get. And Dan, how do I do the arrow to the video?
I think you just need to kind of come up here and click on it like your mouse.
Okay,
and just
great.
And so when I started, I had the mindset of maybe I can learn a few things. Maybe I can watch an investor do a deal, and that's all I'll be able to do here. Because you need to be there for a long time, I guess that's what I thought. And so I found Keith and Roberta through meetup.com. I found their real estate investing group, and so I signed up, went to the meeting, and they busted all my myths of like having to wait or I wasn't qualified. And so here I am a month later, and I've talked to 10 or 15 homeowners. I've made a lot of calls, been making a lot of progress.
Okay, so that isn't about Keith and I, that is about the results. And that happens to be one of our students, Joseph. But it's about the results he got of having his myths blown apart, that he couldn't do this, he had to wait until he got to Colorado. He's here for the next 8 months. Why would you want to wait until you got to Colorado? You can do it here. And his point was that he is now able to do it here, he's qualified to do it here, and he's started to do it here. And he's talked to 15, 20 homeowners in less than 30 days. So this here is another result. This is one of our investors.
This was a no-brainer for me because this was money sitting in the bank making virtually nothing. And after seeing what you've been doing to be able to be part of something that was helping someone else and get a serious return on that money. And what shocks me is the short period of time into the job is pretty amazing to me, so thank you.
Yeah, thanks. I don't get too excited, right?
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Let's do it again.
All right.
So, again, when we are dealing with investors, or we're dealing with our students, or even ourselves, we're asking the question that is in this framework that you're going to see today. So it ensures that at the end, we get the results we thought we were going to get when we stepped into it. And that's really important, especially as investors in real estate investing. And then here's some results that Keith and I have gotten. using the people model framework and 6 easy questions. So cash on hand, 127.7. That is 63.13% of our annual goal in less than 120 days. Including notes, that means we met 89.36% of our results. Again, in less than 120 days, and that's our annual goal. We've helped other investors invest over $684,000, which is maximizing the money on what they're making in less than 9 months. And as private investors ourselves, we've lent money and received an 11% return in less than 4 months. So those are the types of results we're talking about, helping you get by sharing this framework with you. So let's go ahead and get started. Identifying what good looks like. And we've got some people in the audience that are going to participate because I'm going to walk you through the framework. We're going to show you how to use the framework, and then we're going to demonstrate how it works so you will clearly be able to take action if you choose when you leave. So what does good look like? So what does a good, and you can write down the answers so you'll have this so you don't have to do it again when you get home, although you'll have the video on YouTube. What does a good real estate investing business look like for you? Because I can share with you, if you are doing this as a hobby, then you are losing a ton of money. And that's what got me into real estate investing. I stepped into this because, personally, and then when I got here, a lot of people were doing it as a hobby. And you lose a ton of business. My whole background is, I'm known as America's leading business management medic. So my whole background is business. And when you're doing things as a hobby, it just doesn't cut the mustard. You're not going to get there as fast as you could with the least amount of effort. So for yourself, answer the question, what does a good real estate investing business look like? And next up, what's blocking you? And this is the power and capacity. What is the efficacy? What power and capacity do you have to really produce your desired result that you're looking for? Maybe you don't know what you don't know. Maybe you don't have some tools that you may need. Maybe you think you can't do it. Or maybe you just had the myths like Joseph that he wasn't qualified to do it. So what's blocking you from creating those results? And we are taking personal control here, and this is really important. And people will say to me, yeah, you're right. When I think about it, you know what, guys, this is not just about us. This is about our families, this is about the people we want to touch, and the influence that we can have, and the reach that we can extend, whether we ever meet the people or not. We have to take ownership of this. So what do you want to be accountable for in your business? Maybe it is taking the time to get the education, but don't get analysis paralysis. Take action. Maybe it's taking action. You want to own that action so that you get the results you're looking to get. And then what else is possible for you? So when you reach that result that you're looking to get in your real estate investing business, what else would be possible for you? Spending more time with family, doing more things because you've got more money, just having the good feeling that you're helping the people. Because that, for I think Keith and I, is one of the big things. We've helped 80-year-old grandmothers all the way down to 16-year-old teenagers get their feet grounded, centered, and start healing from the death of their mom unexpectedly. So that's what else is possible when you've done the results that you're looking to get. And then linking to the bigger picture, so aligning your personal, your team, your objectives. How are you going to know that everything you're doing is going to lead you to the results you're looking to get? And that one's really important because we can be going down a path and all of a sudden we're off the path. And we're not going to get the result we were looking to get because we're not making sure that the time that we're spending is on the right things. There was a test, or a case study done on executives, and they're saying that they're only doing 18 to 32 minutes of work per day that's moving them towards their company objectives. But here's where linkage really is important, and it's linking the values, your values as a person, to your business. And then seeking evidence in order to validate, and I apologize if I'm going really fast on this. I've taken people through this in 6 months, 6 weeks, 6 days, And when Keith and I were on Dean Graciosi's stage this year, I had 6 minutes to get this done. So, so if I'm going a little fast, again, ask me questions later, or I'll go back and do the video. Last, in this, if you have noticed, the acronym here spells people. So P was performance, E is efficacy, O is ownership, P is possibility, L is linkage, and this is my absolute favorite. And it's seeking evidence in order to know that what you've done is worth it, because there's a lot of work to all of this. We could spend, I know I'm in your way, I'm sorry. We could spend a lot of time and a lot of work doing our business. How are you going to know that it's all worth it? What are you going to see, and what are you going to hear, and what are you going to feel to know that what you've done is going to be worth it for you? What are you going to measure? Because they do say, you know, you can't measure, manage anything that you're not measuring. And then here's my favorite part, because I get to speak with William Shakespeare. To be or not to be is the question. To be the real estate investor that you want to be, or not. So, any questions that anybody has? And I would recommend, and I have the date, the phone, the email, and the signature down here. Please go, if you are willing to take the action and write and commit to yourself a performance agreement. This is for you, not for anybody else. That you commit to doing whatever performance agreement for you. Keith and I, we would be happy to do a 15-minute free consultation with you to make sure you're getting started and getting the results that you want to be getting in your real estate investing business. Any questions on getting there, results, or ownership, any of the pieces? Yes, Dan?
You do know you got a lot more time.
Okay.
2:30, he's from 2:30 to 4.
Goodness, all right, wow, let's go. So let's think of some things that you would want to put into action in regards to your real estate investing business, in regards to performance. Does anybody have, who's got the P, the first P? Yes, Karen. So performance. In regards to your performance, what is a good real estate investing, and this is the demonstration part of it, what does a good real estate investing business look like for you?
It's one in which you are actively engaged in both the transactions and the results of those transactions.
That's great. And, you know, remember, this is customized for you, by you. So for you, that is what a good real estate investing business looks like. And that's really important for you to be engaged. And I've seen you do that. So, you know, that's very cool. And the E is the efficacy. And what blocks you from having that great real estate investing business that you want?
Encroaching disorganization.
Okay. Yeah,
Entropy
so.
wins again.
Yeah, so what?
Entropy wins again.
Yeah, but that's a real thing, right? I mean, it's real, and it stops us, you know, from getting that. And yeah, I'm going to go back to you. What is going to help, or what are you going to do to make sure that performance is in place for you?
Well, as you know, I've been struggling to get funding for our project where we have all of these, we're trying for a 55-unit multifamily, single floor, 11-acre property in Dayton, Ohio, where numerous properties were actually vandalized a couple of years ago. And because we're new to this business, and because we are not local, and because of the damage, getting funding for this has been extremely difficult. And so our performance has been held back because we can't get started. So finally we have somebody who is providing funding, and I would love to keep the funding local. At the moment we're working with people in New York, but they're closing this deal on Wednesday. So if anybody's interested in making 9%, 2 points on 440,000, which which is the loan that we're getting, I'd be delighted to keep it here. And then our performance can be judged better on what we do with the property once we have it, rather than on the stumbles that we've had on the way to engaging this property financially.
Yeah, just getting it up and running, and then you can really be measuring, you know, and knowing whether or not it was worth it for you.
Yeah.
And what about you, Sarah? What do you want to do with that organization to get that block out of your way? Or what can we all help you with? I mean, you've got a whole support network here. What can we help you do to get that out of your way?
I just have to do it. I just have to get it organized in the files, in the process.
And what does that mean for you? Put files together and...
Yeah, I just have too many things that are just stacking up.
Well, I tell you, Keith has this incredible little filing system that I just love. He went out and bought some of those 6-sectional files, and he's got them all stuck. So we literally just hand them to wherever they need to go now, because I would never be organized. Like, it's not who I am. So, and so learning, coaching, unblocking that organization is going to open up the doors for you to get whatever it is you want to get. And that's really what it's all about. Ownership, yes.
What is efficacy?
Efficacy is the power and capacity to create the result you want. So do you have the power and the capacity to do that? So if I want a result of, you know, the organization, and I'll take this one because I'm not organized. If I want that result, I can't be the one doing it. I just can't. You know, I have to hire somebody in to do that because I'm not the organizer. Or I hang out with Keith, who got us all organized for our properties. But I need to understand, I need to succumb to the fact, I'm not the right person to do that. So let's bring somebody in and they can organize it. And they'll love doing it. I don't, you know. So do I have the power to do it? No. It's just not one of my strengths. So, again, it is about, you know, learning and coaching. You know, do we have the power to get coached? Some people aren't coachable. They're just not coachable, you know. And then there are other people who are. That help? Excellent. Okay. So ownership, and who had the
I did, and since this is entirely new to me,
Yeah.
I am definitely going to jump on the need a great deal of education to understand and be effective at my job.
Right, and that's really, you know, this is a great place. Dan does a lot of great education here. Linda does all of her expos, like you said, the magazine. Keith and I run the local real estate investing club up in Lompoc. You know, there's education here. Pick up some books. Don't get in, like I said, the, you know, analysis paralysis. Try not to do that. But even if you've only got 90 minutes a week, because a lot of our people, you know, they work full time. And if it's only 90 minutes, then that's great. One of the greatest books I ever read was from Og Mandini, and he said it was the greatest salesman in the world. If you've only got 90 minutes, perfect. Just focus 90 minutes. Get a little kitchen timer, put it on for 90 minutes, and Keith and I did this at the beginning. You don't go to the bathroom, you don't answer the phone, you don't do anything. And it actually works. So thanks for participating in that, and thanks for coming into the real estate investing world. It's a whole playground. And then who has the next P? What's possible? Who had the P? Antonio.
For me, more control of my time. I have a great degree of that now with the business we've got.
Right.
But and it's one of the things I've enjoyed the most. So the more I can get of that, the better. I don't have to be accountable pretty much to anybody else, how we spend our time in our business now. So I'd like to know that.
Excellent, excellent. And, you know, that's a big one for people. What else is possible for them? That's the driver, right? Because not every day in real estate investing is a great day. It's no different than anything else. Right? You get up in the morning, and sometimes you just don't feel like doing, you know, the files or whatever it is you have to do that day. And that's a great driver. So envision what's possible for you. Write it down. Whatever it is, however you get there. Some people use vision boards. some people leave themselves messages. Do whatever you have to do so that you create that vision of what's possible, because typically I'll tell people, you're gonna create what's possible, and then you are gonna do one or two things. You're either gonna step towards that, or you're not. It's really that simple. So, make your decision and go for it. And the L is linkage, knowing what you do to get there. And Menzo and Linda volunteered to share the linkage. So how will you know everything you're doing is going to move you towards that result? That you are taking that step and you're choosing to say, no, I'm not going to go off track.
Well, I'm trying to read what's up there.
You're
You're
still
aligning, yes. Here you go. Aligning your personal, team, organizational, your values. How are you going to make sure that you link everything you do to that ultimate result? Priority management, time management, those types of things work.
Well, you have a system.
Okay, so for you,
Language is your system, from start to finish.
okay, so you'll have a system to make sure you're not inefficient.
Right.
That is really important. I know that Dan, I don't see him up, Dan is, big on the systems, and you've got to have systems. Keith and I have systems in our business as well, so that's great. And then who had the last D? That was Miss Gloria. And Gloria, how are you going to know, what evidence are you going to see and hear and feel to know that everything you were doing was worth it for you? Because it is work. What are you going to see? What are you going to feel when you accomplish that goal?
After all that I struggled with it, what easier was it doing it?
Mm.
After all.
That's pretty powerful. Yeah, that's pretty powerful stuff. So there you have the people model, the 6 steps. You can take yourself through it, and anything that you want to do in your life, whether it be in real estate investing, or I've used different relationships, finances, all of that. And if you use it for your real estate investing, you're going to get there a whole lot faster than if you don't have a system to take you from where you are to where you want to be, and then closing the gap. And that's what this framework will do. It'll identify, here's where I am and here's where I want to go, and I just simply want to close the gap between the 2 places, and you can use this to get there. So, again, Keith and I are willing to do a free consultation with you to help you set it up, and you just have to agree to commit to yourself, sign your performance contract with yourself, and then we'd be more than happy to spend the time with you. So, any questions, any thoughts? Good to go. Am I good now, Dan?
Very fantastic, and it's so nice to have the videos, because I know I'm going to go back and go, what did she say? 'Cause, it
Well,
just
yeah,
really
like I
helps.
said, here I am up on Dean's stage, and I'm like, 6 minutes. Okay, I've taken people in 6 weeks. You want me to just go ahead and shut this down?
Yeah, go ahead and shut down, and what we're going to do is, before we take a little break, I just want to say something. I mentioned a little bit before about the I don't know. Okay, well, we have, we're going to take a break, give a little wine. I'm going to get Patrick set up. We've got Patrick James back here. Thank you, Patrick. And as I talked to him before, we were getting things ready to go, kind of get the meeting ready. I mentioned to him that I've been trying for like a year to be able to refinance my home, go through some stuff, and it's really difficult when you are showing all these expenses, and he's going to get up here and talk to you about all these expenses you can write off and all this stuff that you can do. But when you do that to the max like he does, which is way better than what I'm doing, there's no way I qualify for a loan because I've got too many expenses written off, and I'm showing very little income, and I'm showing a lot of expense, which is what you want to do in your business, but it doesn't help you qualify for a loan. So I explained that, and he looked at me and he goes, well, Dan, he says, that's where my brother comes in. He's a mortgage guy, and he does exactly what you need to have done. And that's the I don't know idea. I had no clue. So he's going to be here to kind of explain a little bit of that too. And it's like, I'm just so glad that we're doing this stuff, so we have these contacts. Once you guys get some wine, we're gonna kind of sit some things back up, get my computer up, get Patrick ready to go, and then we'll do it, okay?